Mr. Charly, Mr. Gordon, teachers, parents, and students. Welcome to 6B's parade.
Jared and Josh are now going to lead us in the morning prayer. Remember to bow your head, not your whole upper torso. Boys, please remove your hats.
Please bow your heads in prayer. Thank you, Lord, that even though I am not perfect and have my failures, nothing and no one can change the fact that you love me just as I am. Now please join us in the Lord's Prayer.
Would any teachers like to say something?
Charly?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mr. Charly.
Girls and boys, eyes this way, please, so I know that you are listening. Thank you. We've had a couple of very unusual days, and particularly our Year 6s, I guess, have had to cope with some changes, and I congratulate them on doing so very well yesterday in particular, after that enormous amount of rain that we had the other day. As you can probably see, we've got 6 classrooms that are being attended to at the moment. We've got some new carpet going in there because we had a lot of water in there, and unfortunately we've lost a few belongings along the way, but we'll sort all of those things out. But can I say thank you, Year 6s, on the common sense you used in adjusting to your new environment for the next couple of days at least. Hopefully it'll all be sorted pretty quickly. I know the works fellows are right on to that. Even this morning we had to make some changes to where we had our parade. And it's lovely to have our first Year 4, 5 and 6 parade for the year. We had about 3 different venues picked out and finally decided that this was the best place for you, so you didn't end up with a wet bottom and you were in the shade as best we could get you. So thank you again for your patience and for understanding the fact that sometimes things do need to change and we do need to adjust. But at the end of the day, we're all here to learn plenty of good things. I am going to have to dash off from parade this morning. I do apologise. I've got to go and just check on the works there. I have another meeting to go to. But I do have a couple of announcements first of all. First one's, I guess, just a bit of a, I wouldn't say it's a gripe, but I would definitely say it's something we do need to attend to. The toilets at the end of the Year 4 building. We don't put a person on duty down there at lunchtime, simply because we have most of our students playing up here and up on the oval. We have another duty person on the tuck shop. We don't expect that people are using those toilets during the lunch breaks. If you are released to go down there during the day, or if it's raining, normally we're quite comfortable that you're going down there safely, but it is close to the road. We are concerned sometimes that we can have visitors to our school who aren't really welcome here. Who's heard of stranger danger? Who's heard that phrase before? Yeah, hands down, thank you. I'm sure you understand that unfortunately there are times when we are at risk. I don't think we are at risk. We would certainly not put you at risk, but we want to make sure that we take every precaution and make sure that we know where you are and that you are safe. So at lunchtimes, we ask that you use the toilets just up near the office. Now they're pretty close because you're usually eating here or at the canteen or are playing in this area anyway. So can we ask that you don't go using that? Now if you're going down to those toilets after school to get changed for a co-curricular, that's fine because there's usually plenty of people down there. And usually you're being picked up by mum or dad ready to head off to your co-curricular, or you're going to walk off with a couple of mates to co-curricular. But we just didn't want to put people at risk. Going down there, you might be the only class around and there might not be any other students nearby to hear if there's a problem. And I don't just mean things like stranger danger. It could be anything that could happen. It might be a snake in the toilets, we just don't know. So we want to make sure that you are as safe as possible, and we ask that you don't go using those ones at lunchtime. And the teachers will advise you during the day if it's a time when it's most appropriate. Just have to wait once again while a couple of people turn their eyes this way. A few people are going to sleep, I think, on me. Second one is, I guess, a query. You're going to be asked this morning to do a little survey, complete a bit of a survey for Mrs. McNamara. And we're trying to find out, we're just interested in knowing how many students in your year 4, 5 and 6 have a mobile phone at school. Because again, we're very conscious of making sure that you are safe, that your belongings are safe, and that those items are being used most appropriately. I'll just get a quick survey now. Put your hand up if you bring a mobile phone to school. Totally honest, thank you. Hands down. That's quite fun. There'll be a survey on your notebook computers this morning, and when you log on, you'll have the chance to complete that survey. It'll take you about 2 minutes at the most, just for us to gather some information. We're looking at the way that we, I guess, look after you and the use of those mobile devices, because of course they're getting more and more sophisticated. You can access the internet and so on them. So we want to make sure that we're doing all of these in the best possible way, particularly while you're here at school. We're not saying, no, you can't possibly have a mobile phone at school, so mum and dad can't let you know that your training has been cancelled or they're picking you up at a certain spot. We're not saying that, we're just looking at best ways to manage it. So we'd ask you to honestly complete that today. And the third one is some information. On Friday this week we have our first primary assembly of the year. That's over in Kuhnemann Centre. These people in particular need to listen carefully, because we're going to be doing some presentations on that assembly and acknowledgements. Usually, because it's the start of the year, we don't have huge numbers of them, but we thought, seeing as we've got some people who've done some good things, we'll get them up on stage and at least have a chance to acknowledge them. So the following students: Charly, Kuhnemann and Kyle Niesler, Elliot Holland. You've been involved in some swimming recently. I believe that got some medals for that one. Declan Coleman's done some great things with his golf lately. And then we had a whole heap of swimmers who did so very well to make the district team at the last carnival Mr. Hoyt was running. Madison Bravery, Sam Lucas, Erin Brown, Toby Lucas, Alexia Condolian, Raffin Moyle, Georgia Condolian, Kyle Niesler, once again, Elliot Holland, Catherine Tarr, Lucas Humanik, Taylor Tamowicz and Charly Kuhnemann. So all of those students will get you across stage and say well done to you and wish you well for your Metropolitan East swimming in a couple of weeks' time. Stephanie Bond, Connor Griffin and Danica Martin have done some great things with their athletics, and Maddie McRae and Sophie Moman have recently been successful in the cultural area of the school. So we want to get all of those people across stage. So all I ask of you for Friday is that you arrive over at assembly at about 9:45. So 9:45, if your teachers can release you to be over there, we'll show you where you're sitting, we'll show you where you'll be moving up on stage, and I'll talk you through what's happening on stage. The main thing for anybody, and everybody can listen to this, because you never know when you're going to be the one going across stage. At some point in time, you might be asked to receive or present something, and it is most important. Let's remember what Mr. Foster was talking to us about recently. He has said, when we are presented, we always look the person in the eye as the first thing who's presenting. We give them a good firm handshake. And we say, if it's an acknowledgement, we say thank you, Mr. Foster or Mr. Curley or whoever it happens to be. So 3 key things: look them in the eye, shake them by the hand, not a wet fish handshake, don't like those ones, no wet fish, nice firm handshake, thank you Mr. Curley or thank you Mr. Foster. Very important. And then you go over and stand where you're with the rest of your group and stand very proudly, because we are acknowledging you for something great that you have done, and want to say congratulations. So very important you stand up nice and straight and take in that acknowledgement from the audience. So I hope all of those people have got that message. We want to see you over there about 9:45. It's a 10 o'clock start on Friday. And we have also have a special surprise to show you on the assembly on Friday as well. You even get a sneak preview before the senior school students. So a bit of a sneak preview for you, because I'm sure you'll enjoy. All right, you have a great day. I'll hand back to our compares. I'm sure there might be somebody else who's got some messages as well. Thank you.
We now have some reminders for you.
Remember to wear your uniform with pride. Make sure you are charging your laptop at home.
Pick up any rubbish, even if it's not yours. Greet all people appropriately.
Could Mr. Curley please come forward again and award us with the certificate? Mr. Gordon?
Okay, great to see you this morning, boys and girls. We have 3 certificates this morning, and if I read them, Mr. Curley, would you like to do the shake? Do the shake. Further to what Mr. Curley was saying before, a little thing that I like to remember in my head, it's 3 words, and it's shake, take, and turn. Okay, everybody say that. Shake, take, and turn. Oh, that's all. That's all now. Ready? Go. Okay, so as Mr. Curley was saying, eye contact, shake, take, and then turn. Because usually there's somebody with the camera, and even if there's not somebody with the camera, as Mr. Curley was saying, that's your 15 seconds of fame. That's everybody celebrating your success. So live it, love it, and enjoy it. So make sure you then make good contact with the audience. So shake, take, turn. This morning, can I please welcome Crystal George. Crystal is being acknowledged this morning for her wonderful manners and a respectful attitude at all times. Crystal is a delight to teach, so well done, Crystal. Excellent. Dylan Henderson. Dylan is being recognised, and we're going to celebrate with him for his outstanding homework that is well thought out and presented. Maybe don't turn your back to the audience, so turn. Yep, well done. Talia Robinson. Or was it Talia? Talia, I was right. Excellent. Settling in quickly, contributing to class discussions, and doing every task to the best of her ability. Yep, let's congratulate. Thank you. Take a seat.
Now Sam is going to share some amazing achievements of what is happening in senior primary.
Can the following people please stand up where they are? In grade 4, Erin Brown got first in the 200 metre IM, and Elliot Holland made it to states for swimming. In grade 5, Madison Bravery made states for nippers, and Catherine Tarr got 4 gold medals at the PBC. In grade 6, Georgia got age champion in the senior swimming carnival and 4 gold medals at Palm Beach. Also at Palm Beach, Kyle got 7 gold medals and Charlie got 6 gold and 1 silver. Raffin got 2 silver, 1 bronze, and Taylor got 1 gold and 1 bronze. Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. Cassandra will be sharing some student work with you. In 6E will share their year in life. Good morning, Mr. Gordon, teachers, parents and students. Today we are going to share with you what we've been doing in our unit of inquiry sessions in grade 6. They are the team leaders of the grades. They're in charge of the other teachers in the grade.
There are hundreds of people working at this school. You can tell by the amount of boxes there are on this chart.
The colours represent the level, and thank you for listening to us and what 6E have been running back in our unit of inquiry session. Next we will share the Iron Man art.
Could you get started back with a girl third from there? That's my daughter.